Welcome. In this video, we are going to master vector addition using trigonometry. This is often called the component method, and it is the most precise way to combine vectors, much better than drawing them out with a ruler and protractor. We will learn how to calculate the resultant vector's magnitude and direction step by step. First, let us quickly recall what a vector is. Unlike a standard number or scalar, a vector has two properties: a magnitude, which represents how much or how strong it is, and a direction, which tells us which way it is going. In our diagrams, the length of the arrow represents the magnitude, and the angle represents the direction. The key to adding vectors mathematically is breaking them down. Any diagonal vector can be split into two perpendicular parts, a horizontal x component and a vertical y component. We find these using the sine and cosine functions. The adjacent side uses cosine, and the opposite side uses sine. Here is our roadmap for solving these problems. First, we decompose every vector into x and y parts. Second, we sum up all the x's and all the y's separately. Finally, we reconstruct the final resultant vector from these totals using the Pythagorean theorem and trigonometry. Once you have broken down your vectors, organization is key. You can create a table like this one. You simply add all the individual horizontal components to get the total resultant x, and add all the vertical components to get the total resultant y. Now that we have the total x and total y, we have essentially created a large right-angled triangle. To find the length of the hypotenuse, which is our resultant vector r, we use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. In our case, r is the square root of rx squared plus ry squared. Finding the magnitude is only half the battle. We also need the direction. To find the angle theta, we use the inverse tangent function, also known as arctan. We divide the vertical component by the horizontal component. Always be careful to check which quadrant your vector lies in, as your calculator might give you a reference angle. Let's apply this to a real example. We have vector A with a magnitude of 10 units at 30 degrees, and vector B with a magnitude of 12 units at 110 degrees. We need to find the single resultant vector that replaces these two. Step 1 is calculation. For vector A, we use cosine 30 for the x part and sine 30 for the y part. We do the same for vector B with 110 degrees. Notice that the x component of vector B is negative because 110 degrees points into the second quadrant. Adding these columns gives us a total Rx of 4.56 and a total Ry of 16.28. Finally, we take our totals and finish the problem. Using Pythagoras, the magnitude comes out to approximately 16.91 units. Using inverse tangent, the angle is approximately 74.4 degrees. Since both our x and y totals were positive, we know this angle is in the first quadrant, so no further adjustment is needed. To wrap up, remember this checklist: break every vector into components. Add the components together. Use the Pythagorean theorem for the size and inverse tangent for the angle. If you follow these steps, you can add any number of vectors together with perfect accuracy. Thanks for watching.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.